talk about a book today. The book is named How to Be Safe on Indian Roads, and I'm on the website dedicated to this book, which is roadsafety.in. That's roadsafety.in. This is a very unique book in India, considering the fact that there are about 500,000 or 5 lakh accidents every year in India. Uh, I did not find much information regarding road safety except for this book, which is a very unique book. I bought this book about 2 weeks ago and I found it extremely helpful for myself, my wife, and I'm also buying a copy for this sister who's just learning to drive. So anybody in India who wants to drive or who has somebody in the family who's driving, this is an excellent book, and in a minute I'll show you why. So if you go into the look inside section, you will actually see the chapter details, a table of contents. So in the section, what I mean, the author has tried to explain various terms and various definitions given in the book. The section before you start your vehicle is kind of a checklist on what are the key points you must look at before you actually start your vehicle. Now, one of the unique features of this book is that the author has tried to segregate road situations into three zones, which is safe zone, unsafe zone, and dangerous zone. And in these chapters, there are explanations of how these zones are classified and what are the life-saving techniques that can be used. If believe me, there are hundreds of them, and if you remember a few of them, it can make a lot of difference in your driving. There is also a chapter on safe driving techniques, which talks about various simple techniques that you can use in everyday driving. Another interesting thing is about the motor driving training schools. So many people go to these motor driving training schools, but you don't know which one to go to and uh, what to look for when you are going to a motor driving training school. This chapter deals in detail the features you should look for, the kind of questions you should ask, and the kind of uh, fees you should pay for for driving training. Uh, there is another section in the book which talks about that in case you met with an accident, what is it that you should do and how to handle the situation. One of the key things that this book addresses is a very recent development in India, which is the road crime and road rage. So there's a dedicated chapter for this which deals with uh, theft of vehicle or car lifting or carjacking or road rage. You know, in case you notice it so many times, when you're driving, there is somebody else who's driving very badly and challenging you to follow him or abusing you. So this chapter talks about how to remain safe and how to handle such situations. There is another chapter especially for teenagers. There are so many teenagers who are keen to drive and they learn new. So it's basically for parents who want to teach their teenagers, or for people who want to teach their younger brothers or sisters how to drive. What are the things that should be kept in mind? There's even a section on purchase, maintenance, and breakdown of a vehicle. In case your vehicle breaks down, what are the options you have? It also covers something about public transport systems. Then there is a kind of appendix where it talks about road signs, what are the offenses and the penalties, etc. And then there's a concluding remark by the author. So in all, I find this a very, very helpful book. It's not priced very expensively. It's just below 200 rupees, 195 rupees. Um, One final word about the quality of the book is that I think there are hundreds of techniques in this book which can be used by any driver in India or elsewhere. Uh, the the qual I purchased this book and I was quite surprised that a book of that quality can be sold for such a low price. So from a content and the printing quality, it's amazing. The book is printed on a very fine glossy paper in color. It's There are color photographs, there are color illustrations. It's The printing quality is like a very expensive book. So uh, just to conclude, I think this is the best investment I've made with just 200 rupees, and you can buy it online. You can pay. You can just go here to the buy online link, and you can pay through credit card, net banking. Uh, they also offer something like a SMS service. So that's all I want to talk about this book. Thank you, and this is Ravi signing off.